Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face while you're sleeping.
10 photos that will change the way you see the world. The world is a mysterious and wonderful place. There is so much mystery, beauty, and terror that it's impossible to ignore it all. Thankfully, we have cameras that enable us to capture all this amazing content for millions, perhaps billions, to see. Photos also enable us to encapsulate memories for future generations to observe. This way, they can be able to understand just how we lived and feel a connection to their past. With that being said, let's take a look at 10 amazing photos that will change the way you see the world. Number 10. Photo of Nordlingen. If you ever plan to visit Germany, then Nordlingen is the perfect town to check out, and should be on every tourist's to-do list. But hold on, what makes this so special? Well, aside from looking like a slice of heaven on Earth, the town is actually built on a crater that was formed by a meteor which fell to the Earth more than 14 million years ago. The city also has a rich history, with Nordlingen's history spanning all the way back to the 14th century. This amazing photo shows just how unique and magnificent this town looks. Don't you wish you could just leave it all and come and settle down right here? Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you will get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it, it really works. Number 9. The Great Wall of China. Spanning roughly 4,000 miles, it's hard to imagine that the Great Wall of China ends, especially if you're standing on one extreme end of the wall. Nevertheless, the wall does end as soon as it meets the sea. Take a look at this picture. You can clearly see just how breathtaking the wall looks as it weaves its way across the land. Did you also know that the wall can be captured by satellite imaging all the way from space? Indeed, it is a symbol of ancient Chinese power. In fact, construction of the wall first began in the 7th century BC, but the main construction took place during the years 1368 to 1644 under the Ming Dynasty to protect the nation from barbaric attacks by the nomadic northern tribes. Number 8. The Tire Cemetery. Where do millions of tires go to when their days of trading with the tarmac have come to an end? Do they go to tire heaven? Not exactly. See, most of the tires are thrown away because they're considered useless. The tire cemetery, as this picture shows, is the place where millions of old tires are dumped once they are no longer useful. It is also here where they are burned afterwards. The tire cemetery is actually an island known as Salabia, located near the city of Kuwait. Normally, tire burial is unacceptable in most regions because they can become a breeding ground for all kinds of microbes, mosquitoes, and mice. Therefore, Salabia is pretty much uninhabitable due to all the stagnant water caused by the millions of tires there. It is therefore a breeding ground for all kinds of biting and infectious critters. Number 7. Cairo and the Egyptian Pyramids. The Egyptian pyramids in this photo. Is there another piece of ancient history architecture more captivating? Indeed, this photo captures the pyramids in all their awe and splendor. According to archaeologists and historians, the Egyptian pyramids were built between 2630 and 2610 BC in the Saqqara region northwest of Memphis, which at the time was the ancient Egyptian capital. Located along the banks of the Nile, the pyramids were built on the western side of the Nile River on the plateau of the Saqqara Desert to make construction much easier. Number 6. Pizza Hut in Cairo. While there are some great Pizza Huts here in the United States, the one in Cairo is, well, let's just say different. It has some of the most breathtaking sights in the world. Caption this photo. You're eating a pizza and you look outside the window to gaze upon the magnificent Egyptian pyramids. Would that not be heaven on earth? Well, that's the piece de resistance of Cairo's Pizza Hut. In fact, the place attracts more and more guests from every corner of the world to enjoy a great pizza while sampling the breathtaking views. Indeed, these bars and restaurants are not far from the pyramids, and once you're done filling your belly, you can go out to check the pyramids. Number 5. A rainbow seen from a plane. For most of us, we're used to seeing a rainbow look just like the name suggests, a rainbow. But did you know that when you see a rainbow from a much greater height, like for example while in a plane, it actually appears like a circle? As you can see from this picture, it's quite the spectacular sight, yes? This lovely optical meteorological phenomenon normally appears after it rains. In order for one to be able to spot the rainbow with the human eye, it is important that they are placed between the sun and the rainbow. The rainbow will then appear as a result of refraction and reflection of sunlight by water. Call it nature's finest art. Number 4. Air Force One and Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore is one of the most monumental and national treasures of American culture. Indeed, the faces of past American presidents is one of the most photographed landmarks in the world. It truly gives you a glimpse of what America was throughout its history. But you know what would be cooler? What if you could have a picture of Mount Rushmore together with Air Force One? Wouldn't that be a 2-for-1 special? Well, as you can see in this photo, some lucky son of a gun managed to capture Mount Rushmore with Air Force One flying over it. Air Force One, first used by the Columbine II pilot in the 1950s, has improved its technology by making it safer and more suitable as a presidential jet. The flight of the presidential jet over the memory of Mount Rushmore is not extraordinary, it is a greeting of their glorious history. In fact, photos taken during the flight of the presidential jet over Mount Rushmore are considered incredibly beautiful photos. Number 3. Mercury. Mercury is no doubt one of the most magical and alluring planets in our solar system. Many photos of it have revealed a mixture of beautiful colors on its surface. According to scientific data, the color of Mercury's surface through the human eye would be a gray-brown in general. But its color is not fixed. It changes with time due to its energetic geological activity. Strikes from asteroids or comets and volcanic eruptions cause the crater's material to rise in space, and can be particles of different sizes that reflect sunlight in different radiations. This is why many photos of a Mercury surface are a mix of beautiful colors. Scientists explain the dark shade on the surface of Mercury as the deposition of carbon residues. Mercury is the smallest inner planet in the solar system, only slightly larger than Earth's moon. Nevertheless, it is also the fastest planet orbiting the Sun. And now we've come to the best pick of the day. While most photos of the pyramids show you a desert-like environment surrounding this ancient monument, the pyramids are actually pretty close to Egypt's capital, making you realize just how urban Egypt is. Number 2. Aerial view of Barcelona. Barcelona is not just an amazing travel destination and a beautiful city, but also an architectural masterpiece. Just looking at it from above will convince you. Honestly, you'd be blown away by the regularity of the placement of all the objects with a perfect geometric symmetry. It's as if whoever designed the construction project had been preparing decades before actual construction began. Barcelona can trace its foundations in the year 5000 BC and is the second most important city in Spain and the capital of the region of Catalonia. Located on the edge of the Mediterranean Sea with perfect architecture seamlessly adapting to the surrounding area, it has become an example of a modern city done right. To visit Barcelona, it's wise to go with a pre-planned program because of all the sites you'll be longing to visit. Everything here is beautiful, from the buildings to the streets and of course, the parks. And number 1, Google Data Center. Google is the world's largest and most frequented search engine. However, most people never get to see what Google's data center looks like, and very few people know where its actual physical location is. Nevertheless, Google has numerous data centers around the world. While the exact location of this one is unclear, this photo gives you a glimpse of just how massive and modern they look. Indeed, Google's data centers are equipped with the latest technology in digital data storage, computer-organized block nodes, internal and external networks, and millions of servers. Now that gives you a fresh perspective on the internet, right? But with that being said, we've come to the end of this video. So which of the places in these photos would you like to visit the most? Let us know in the comment section down below. Want more videos that will probably still exist until the very end of time? Click on any of the videos you see on the screen. As always, thanks for watching.